All right. So I got called a discount Canadian on the internet because I'm from Michigan. And I have the emotional maturity of an 8-year-old, which means that I must be clapping back. But before I do that, you should know that I did not actually verify any of the information that I'm going to be presenting in this video, which means that it may or may not actually be true, which means that you should just do yourself a favor. Don't fact check anything I say. Just believe everything I say without question. So Kansas is the worst state. But not because Kansas is literally the worst state. Kansas is the worst state because Kansas is not the best or the worst at literally anything. With any competition or ranking, you will of course remember the best. And then you might even remember the worst. But then there's this inconsequential middle ground that Kansas occupies that no one really cares about. Not only is Kansas right in the middle of the country, shaped almost like a perfectly boring rectangle, if it weren't for Missouri stealing the better part of its namesake city, there is absolutely nothing special or unique about Kansas. It seems like every other state has something going for them, something that they are good at. For example, in my home state of Michigan, we are really good at killing each other. Out of the top 100 most dangerous cities in the country, we have 9. That's pretty nice, but in Kansas, they only have 1. How boring is that? But what is Kansas good at? Well, Kansas is really good at being boring. One of the more defining characteristics of Kansas is its lack of topographical diversity. Kansas is purportedly as flat as a pancake, but Kansas is not even in the top 5 flattest states. This is a common theme with Kansas. They are extremely boring, but they're not even the best at being boring. But what does Kansas have that's worth bragging about? Well, one of the more exciting things about Kansas, according to people from Kansas, is that allegedly they have the world's biggest ball of twine. Yes, a big ball of twine. Hopefully, I won't be so overcome with excitement that I'll remember to pack a bag before I leave. Yeah, that's basically their main attraction. They don't really understand that if you take something small and you make it bigger, it doesn't really get any better. It's still just as boring. In Michigan, we have the world's largest stove. But we don't brag about it because we have an island and a bridge between 2 peninsulas and one of them looks like a hand. But you wouldn't know anything about islands, bridges, or peninsulas in Kansas because Kansas has no water. That's right, Kansas, you got no drip. Now, are there some ways in which Kansas is an outlier or at the very least better than other states? Yes, but as you should know, I ignore every fact and statistic that's inconvenient to my worldview. Like technically, you could point out that Kansas is better than Michigan based on IQ rankings because in the country, Kansas got ranked 11th and Michigan got ranked 27th. But Inc.com ranked the states by most fun and Michigan got ranked 18th and Kansas got ranked 41st. So take that, you corn-shucking losers. And if you guys are really so smart, why do you have so many dumb laws? In Kansas, it is illegal to hunt rabbits from motorboats. Yeah, except where am I going to be putting my motorboat in your waterless state? In a pool? In some above ground pool? If I have the agency to construct an above ground pool, put a motorboat in it so that I can hunt rabbits, there's literally nothing that you can do to stop me. Oh wait, what is that? I'm getting a call. Hello, is this the Kansas police? Oh, you're gonna stop me from hunting rabbits from my pool motorboat? Yeah, I'd like to see you try. Oh, okay, so I'm being told that that's actually just a comic extrapolation on a serious law. But that's what we do here. We comically extrapolate. You want to hear another dumb law? For whatever reason, snowball fights are banned in the city of Topeka. Topeka, you ask? Yeah, I hadn't heard of it either. Turns out it's the capital of Kansas, which is interesting because I wouldn't think that you need a capital of cornfields, but I guess you do. Fun fact about Topeka, the name literally translates to a good place to dig potatoes. So Topeka is just a bunch of potato-digging losers who hate snowball fights. Yeah, sounds like a grand old time to me. And you know, Topeka must be so soul-crushingly boring that they had to change their name temporarily to Google so that it would show up in people's web searches. Because no one was looking up Topeka. Because nothing is going on! Except for all the ghosts. For some reason, Kansas has an obnoxious number of haunted locations. And I don't mean like Halloween attractions. I mean like places that are supposedly actually haunted. But you would not want to get caught screaming at one of them, because that's also illegal. Wow. It's like they made all the fun illegal in the state. You can't throw snowballs. You can't scream at ghosts. You can't shoot rabbits from your pool motorboat. Maybe everyone is dying of boredom. Maybe that's why there's so many ghosts. So yeah, besides all the haunted houses, really the only attractions that Kansas has to offer are, again, the world's largest ball of twine, and then a tree that everyone honks at for some reason. That's how boring Kansas is. They honk at trees and shit just to feel something. Because what else are you going to do? The rest of Kansas is literally just cornfields. No joke, 88% of the state is farmland. And Kansas happens to be right in the middle of Tornado Alley. But there's never any news about tornadoes in Kansas because even if they touch down, it's just going to be in some grass or some corn. So who really cares? Oh, that's insensitive. Tornadoes hurt people. No, Dorothy was fine. Matter of fact, the last time a tornado did really any significant damage to anything in Kansas was in 1939 in The Wizard of Oz. And being referenced in The Wizard of Oz, probably the only noteworthy thing to ever happen to Kansas, besides this video. Now, do you remember in The Wizard of Oz, when Dorothy was in Kansas, how everything was black and white and depressing? Yeah, that's what Kansas actually looks like, because everyone in Kansas is depressed. You cross the border into Kansas, and immediately life loses all meaning, and all there is corn. Oh, and soy. Yeah, lots of soy there too. Thanks, Kansas. We definitely needed more soy, don't we? We need more soy. Yes, more soy! In Kansas, nothing's great. Yeah, Kansas is the worst state. In Kansas, they make soy too. Poison the chats, turn them into soy boys. Everyone feel free to express your hatred for Kansas and their soy production in the comments section. Thank you for watching the video.